On this episode, we are going to talk about how to close deals in one sitting. All right, Coach Ron. Hey everyone, this is Coach Jeff
and Coach Ron,
and welcome to episode 21 of the Always Be Closing Show. Okay, Coach Ron, all right, this is going to be a very interesting topic today because we will be teaching our viewers how to close deals in one sitting. Because most of the time, financial advisors, every time they would talk to their clients, it usually takes about 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 meetings before they can even close a deal. Because most financial advisors, they rely on the technique called the Sige po technique. So for example, you go to your client and the client says, hey, can you just email the proposal to me? I'll just study it for a while. What do we say? Sige po. If the husband is not there or the wife is not there and you're just talking to that person without their spouse, they would usually say, okay, let me just talk to my husband first or to my spouse first. Let me just inform him. I'll ask permission. Then I'll get back to you. What do we say? Sige po.
What's the English of sige po?
Okay. Or if it's already a husband and wife and then you have your hopes up that they could already decide on the spot, right? But a husband and wife would typically say to a financial advisor at the end of their presentation, they would say, okay, let's we will discuss it at home, we'll review it first, and then we'll get back to you. And what do we say? Sige po. They are so used to the sige po technique that their closing ratio is anywhere between 20 to 30%. Now, here with ABC, the ABC techniques that we teach, based on the the ABC techniques that we teach.
You teach?
Yeah.
Oh, judge.
Yes.
Sige po.
Okay, the ABC techniques that we are now teaching to financial advisors, based on the feedback that we are getting and based on our 18 years of experience, we can actually make the closing ratio at least 80% and up.
Wow.
So if you learn the ABC techniques, you will dramatically increase that closing ratio.
Fantastic talaga.
That's right.
Financial advisor.
Yeah. Now, Coach Ron, why is it important for financial advisors to learn how to close deals in one sitting?
Okay. Sometimes before, as I answer that, Coach Jeff, sometimes it's the financial advisor who's actually stopping themselves in doing their jobs and closing in one sitting.
Oh.
I hear some advisors who would say, I don't want them to think that I'm selling to them, so I don't want to pressure them, something like that. So that's why it's a self-limiting belief.
Yeah.
However, what I tell them is that if you truly care about your clients and if you truly, you know that what you have is something really beneficial to their families, why delay it, right? So that's one thing. Another is it's really important for us to do as much as possible a one-sit close. Number one, it will help them be more efficient. Meaning, just let's say a financial advisor who would try to talk to 10 people and close 1 or 2, tama? But if you learn ABC, you might have the same activity ratio, 10 people, pero just imagine if you're closing about 8
out of 10 that you talk to.
Yeah. So exponential in growth mo. Number 2, mas marami ka matutulungan. You'll be able to help more Filipinos, because you empower them to make decisions today. So yun talaga yung trabaho natin, Coach.
Right.
Our job is to empower them to make decisions today, because at the end of the day, if you can't close, you haven't really helped your clients yet.
We'll give you an overview of the blueprint because our style in closing is we don't close at the very end. We will teach you how to close at the very beginning and all throughout the presentation you're closing until the very end. Since we don't have 2 days to teach you everything here on video, we'll teach you a few techniques that you can actually start using after you watch this episode. Are you ready? So let's say I'm going to talk to Coach Ron. So he's a father, so he has kids. And then I'm the financial advisor. We'll demonstrate the primary strategy of a master closer. Okay, so here we go. Coach Ron, so how many kids do you have?
I have 4.
You have 4 kids.
Yeah.
Okay. How old are your kids now?
I have 18, the eldest, and I have a 5-year-old.
Oh, so your youngest is 5 years old. Oh, very nice. Coach Ron, ano bang major goal mo para sa kids mo?
Oh, okay. As a parent,
Yeah.
you know, my real, you know, my major goal for the kids is to finish studies. You know, I
Okay.
think that's a very good foundation for them to have, kasi yan lang yung pwede ko mabigay na never mananako ng iba.
Right. Is that something important to you, Coach?
Oh yes,
What?
definitely.
Bakit kaya?
Because you're giving them opportunities, you're giving them let's say tools that they can use for them to be successful. You're setting them up for success.
Oh,
At least
nice.
if they have a good education.
Okay.
Mhm.
Coach Ron, what happens dun sa ibang mga families na hindi nakapaghanda para sa education ng kids nila? What happens to them?
Oh, definitely there'll be more challenges. Baka hindi won't be able to get education that they
Right.
want, or baka kung meron man, baka kailangan niya mag-work you
Yeah.
know. So it's gonna be difficult.
Right. Will that create more problems dun sa mga kids?
Oo naman. oo
It
naman.
will, no?
Yeah.
Alright. May mga kilala ka rin bang ganyan, Coach,
Oh,
na
yeah, dami.
nahirapan mag-aral?
Yeah, dami
Meron
yan.
din.
Oo.
And I'm sure you don't want that to happen to your kids. Is that correct?
Yeah, tama.
Right. Coach, knowing all of these things, when do you think is the best time to prepare?
Yes, today, yeah.
Today?
Now.
Fantastic. So let's analyze, all right? Let's analyze. Who said that education is important to his kids? The client. Who said that he doesn't want to happen to his kids what other families did to their kids who didn't prepare for the education of their kids? Is it long? English kasi, English eh. Okay. In Tagalog, sino nagsabi na ayaw mo mangyari sa ibang pamilya na hindi nakapaghanda para sa education ng kids nila? It's the same, right? Ikaw. Okay. And who said that the best time to do it is now? The client. Which means, if you want to close deals in one sitting, you have to ask the right questions so that the answers will not come from you anymore.
Yeah.
It will come from the client. It will have that
You're just
realization. You're just guiding
them.
them so that the client will have a realization that, hey, yeah, the best time to
Yeah.
really do it is now.
Because what happens if you do that kind of strategy or technique, there's their self-realization.
Right.
Every time they speak something, they actually hear themselves.
That's right.
So what happens is psychologically, you're actually converting them from you trying to sell something from me to be a buyer.
Right.
Because if I realize something, okay, I think I need that, then what's the tendency? I would buy. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot easier for you to close.
Right. That's right.
So that's the strategy that we teach as a primary strategy.
Instead of you telling them, you guide them so that they will tell themselves that it's the best time to do it, because most financial advisors would do it this way. Coach Ron, you already have 4 kids. The reason why you're working hard is because you want to give them the best education that you can give them, because you don't want other families who didn't prepare for their kids to happen to your family. And that's the reason why, while you are still young, while you are still healthy, while you still have a job, you should be preparing today, and the best time to do it is today while you still can. Who said Di ba? Sino nagsabi lahat nun? Di ba? The financial advisor. Why? Because with the mindset of the financial advisor, hey, I have to say all of those things, right? How can I educate them if I don't say it? No. Starting today, you don't need to do that anymore. Starting today, you should ask the right questions so that the answers will not come from you anymore. It will come from the client. And we teach this kind of technique, what to say, how to say it, how to do it, how to pitch it, with our ABC system, and we teach it to you from start to finish. So that's just a snippet of an introductory way of how can you close them, that their mindset is, okay, I want to start today. The best time to do it is today.
When you focus on really building first the need through questions, then they realize that they would actually need it, right? Instead of just doing product pushing, where we provide our clients sample proposals, then they'll try to get back to us. Then it's a very long way to do it, and most of the time they just try to compare. I always tell this to our students, Coach. It's like, let's say it's cold in the room right now, right?
Yeah.
How can I convince you to take off your jacket or to take off your shirt? If I tell you, hey, it's hot, right? It's hot. You might doubt that it's hot because
It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Right? But if I would just turn off the AC, turn off the aircon,
Yeah.
In short, set up the stage where it's actually hot, what happens?
I would take off my jacket.
Naturally. So
Yeah.
so that's the strategy. We have to create the very realistic need for the client that they'll be able to relate in their situation, for them to be convinced that, hey, yes, I need to do this right now.
When their client asks questions about how much would that be? Magkano ba yan? Most financial advisors would say, it depends on you. How much is your budget? And usually, when you say, how much is your budget? Then the client will think more than, it depends on my budget.
Right?
That's right. I need to think about it more. So, okay, let me get back to you. Then you lose the opportunity to close. And some financial advisors would just tell it straight. For example, how much would that be?
100,000?
100,000. Do you also have 50,000?
Yes.
Oh, you do. What about 25,000?
Yes.
Oh, what about 18,000?
Oh, yes.
What about 2.5 a month?
Yes. Question and answer portion.
Yeah, it was just a conversation, right?
Right.
But it's actually an opportunity for you to close, which means when your client would ask questions, it's an opportunity for you to get their commitments by doing the right closing.
So in the 2 days workshop that we do, we're gonna provide you the right questions to ask,
the right pitches as well.
Pitches.
What to say, how to say it, how to deliver
So
it.
always remember, it's different strokes for different folks. You cannot have a generic approach to
Right.
every client. So it has to be specialized, customized. And we'll give you a blueprint, and that even if you're, let's say, whatever personality you are, you'll be able to adapt your style in that blueprint, because it's really something that you can use with any situation or any client.
Now we have an upcoming class on February 28 and 29. That's an open class here in Manila. And it's limited to 70 seats only, but it's already sold out. So we would love for you guys to come, but it's already sold out.
I think the next batch would be
May 15 and 16.
Yeah, I think so.
So it will take time before you guys can enroll, because we're going to Cebu next month for their open class. And that's still open if you guys are from Cebu or near Cebu. We have an open class there. We are going there on March 6 and March 7. We will be there for 2 days, just for 2 days only. If you are interested to enroll in the program, visit our Facebook page at Always Be Closing Academy, and then you will see the schedule there and instructions on how to enroll.
And if just in case you can't enroll yet, the second best thing to do is click that subscribe button, like this video, and hit the
notification bell so that you will be reminded of every episode that we will release. Because this is free training, we want to give value to each and every financial advisor out there. That's why we're doing this for free. This is Coach Jeff.
This is Coach Ron.
And we'll see you again next time. Remember, always be closing!